morning, church, brothers and sisters. And some of you may already know I'm Bruna. I was asked to tell my personal testimony, conversion, how I became Seventh-day Adventist. This is my first time standing in front of the church, speaking how I got to know Jesus, and I'm very excited about this. Personally, I love listening other people's testimonies, and I hope you will be encouraged and blessed this morning as well. I was born in Croatia as a tiny, premature baby with my twin brother Renato, who unfortunately didn't survive. Yeah, it was tiny. I grew up with my mom, younger sister and grandma. My dad passed away when I was 2 years old, so I never knew him. But I had a very peaceful and carefree childhood. My mom brought us up with lots of love and care, and always told us to be honest and work hard. So my sister and I became good girls, distinguishing what is good and bad. Had a clear conscience, never think of doing something bad or getting into troubles. We went to school, played games. We spent lots of time outside, in the nature too. No worries and no major problems. My mom, sister, grandma and I would always go to church on Sundays. Everyone was Catholic, and we were not even aware of any other religions. My sister and I would sometimes read some Bible verses in front of the church, but we did not understand much about what we read, and our knowledge of God was limited. We followed the tradition, not personal experience. I remember praying with my grandma some of the prayers that she knew by heart. After finishing secondary school, I enrolled in a business college. At that point, I was truly desperate to get ready for an exam, and this desperation brought me to the point of praying. I started to pray the way I knew, praying rosary. For those of you who don't know, the rosary is a chain of beads, where at each of the beads you repeat the same prayers like Our Father and Hail Mary. In those prayers, Mary was almost more important than Jesus. I know God heard my prayers as they were sincere, and that was the only way I knew how to pray at the time. I passed the exams, got my first proper job in the bank, then in one of the private company in the office where I had increased my knowledge and office skills. I was quite happy there. In 1992, our neighbor, who was the same age as I, started to tell us Bible stories about Jesus and God. He was a newborn Seventh-day Adventist, preaching and living a new life in Jesus. We were all amazed and rather shocked that we were never told these stories in our church we grew up. I started to read the Bible and some other Christian books. Reading them, I have learned about Jesus and God and didn't have much doubt about certain things are written in the Bible. My mind was open and I was truly interested to learn. I have learned where I come from. I have learned that our mission is, what is the mission on this earth, and the truth, what happens when we die. One Sunday I stayed at home on my own while my mom and sister went to the church. It was the first time that I have knelt down in a prayer asking God, if you exist, please show me something that I can understand that you are with me. reveal yours to me, God. I said, I'm reading your book, the Bible, and I believe in everything that is written there, but you seem so far away. I was very sincere and open to God. Those minutes, those hours, were the breaking points in my life. I had experienced power of God's presence, and although it is hard to describe, God, Jesus and the Holy Spirit have fully changed my thoughts, mind and heart. That autumn day, I have confessed all my sins, and with a great joy I have started a new life with Jesus. I still never made to Seventh-day Adventist Church, but I decided to keep the Sabbath at home. After a few weeks, I realized that I have to go to 7 Days Church, as celebrating Sabbath on my own was a little bit lonely. The nearest church was in Bruna, about 40 minutes drive. From the very first minute I stepped into the church, I have felt God's presence. I met new godly people, my brothers and sisters. Singing the songs and listening to the sermons made me happy and excited. I was very keen to learn and develop my knowledge of the Bible. I continued to go to church every Sabbath, and about 6 months later, exactly on the 23rd of June 1993, I got baptized in the Adriatic Sea with another 9 people. It was a very special day. I became part of the church and experienced many blessings spending time with my new church friends. In 1999, my company moved to another city, and instead of accepting another job, I decided to come to England and learn English. Well, I'm still here almost 20 years later. Coming to England, I learned a lot about other cultures and met so many nice people and gained lifelong friends. I love traveling, so I'm hoping that in heaven I will continue to explore more of the beauty and splendor God has created for us. 2007, I got married to my beloved Vlado, and I can report that we live happily together here in Bracknell. Sometimes I think to myself, why God has me, why He's chosen me. I am the only one from my town, the wider area I'm coming from. But I think God wants to say to me and to every one of you, before I began to create the earth, I was thinking about you. You and I are the chosen by God. God has a big plans for you and me. God can give us life more interesting than our wildest dreams. He chose us because He is love, gracious and merciful, and He has a glorious plans for all of us. Amen. Amen. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed Sabbath.